Hello again, after that very short break, I imagine. Assuming you're watching this on the playlist, it's gone on to autoplay, and we just finished off sorting out the Spanish, and at no point did the historical irony hit me until after this video was made and I had to come up with a name for the episode, for the last episode. At no point did it hit me. I'm the Incas attacking the Spanish and sorting them out. I'm getting quite a lot of gold out of it. So now that that's been mentioned, I'll feel a bit happier. So, what we're going to do now, I did consider just attacking the French size 8, but they're going to be a bit of a challenge anyway, because of all these rare resources we've got lying around. We've got quite a large empire, so I don't feel bad about knocking it down to a 6. And I now war with the French. That's when I'm happiest. That's better. Natural state of being. Something to do with centuries-old animosity, but as an Englishman, I just don't feel right unless at some point I'm at war with the French. So, so attacking from the French from Spain over the Pyrenees. So I don't know what this city is. Paris, as I always note, is further. How to describe where Paris is further north than you would imagine it to be. And I know that sounds quite vague, but it's always been the case for me. I've always sort of, so where's Paris? Here's where I think it is, and now move it up a little bit, and I've generally been right. So let's have a give a start. I may as well use the Spanish oath of fealty, if nothing else, just for the irony. Again, the former allies. Another science eureka, because that's pretty nifty. I'll go for the Persian oath of fealty. In fact, I'll go for another science eureka. Actually, no, that might be a bit decadent. We have the Persian oath of fealty as well, because I don't know why. Well, let's see. I'll have the French and the Koreans take out the Mongolians, and the Mongolians take out Lakota. I can now imagine I've now got an oil worked out. So I don't feel bad about wasting 2 oath of fealties at once. Besides, the Spanish one's not very good on its own. So what if you get to see the map? Whoop-de-doo. And so, to enjoy you once again to the loading screen. Difficulty tough, battle conquest, starting age enlightenment. It's not even anything interesting to read. When you start a skirmish, you can sort of see what units you have, and what the map setup is, and who you're playing against, and what civilization you've got. You know, stuff to read. There's a whole sort of screen full of information. Here, they're just not. Okay, so they're playing as the Dutch, which means they'll have a good economy. They get like they get interest on resources stored up to a degree. So if they've got sort of 3,000 food tucked away, they'll get an interest of about 10% on that. So they'll just get 300 food just thrown in for good measure every 30 seconds or whatever. Fortunately, that doesn't really affect the AI because they don't save any of their resources ever for anything, apart from building wonders. So anyway, let's begin the battle. Zoom out as always. Move you over there. Oh, if gameplay seems a bit choppy, it's because I'm doing several things at once. I'm actually uploading the last of my Alpha Centauri playthrough. Meanwhile, I'm processing the video for the previous game where I took out the Spanish, and at the same time I've probably got some other thing going on. So here we go, the map starts to explore. They get an extra free scout who's going to go out of his way to avoid going into those huts. And I'll get 82 timber, that's not great. Oh, it's an odd number because the Spanish get a bonus for discovering ruins. Because historically they were good at it. No, that's usually a good reason for the game to put implement in. It's usually for gameplay purposes, but in this case I think they managed to portray the Spanish fairly well. I got a little sort of thing over Madrid there telling me to build more cities. It's like, hang about, I'm only a minute and 20 seconds into the game. What do you want from me? Go on, hurry up with that military research. I've got a horrible feeling that the French are going to be attacking. The French are really get some really good military bonuses in this. Again, that's also quite historical. I mean, before pre-20th century, the French were largely unbeaten military conquests, apart from the 7 Years' War, War of Spanish Succession. No, I think I can't think of any other particularly major French defeats. Conquest of Louis XIV, they were all pretty successful, apart from again that's aforementioned War of Spanish Succession. They had the 10 years or 9 years or 7 years war before that, which is named so depending on which country you are, which of course when they decided to enter the conflict. So they reflect that fairly well, in that the French get more generals and can build, and their supply wagons heal them automatically and things like that. Of course, I'm forgetting Napoleon, hugely successful to a degree. Teach him. Right, time to move forward. I could set that up as a sort of forward camp, perhaps get a fortress in there. This can be an economic centre, because it's nice and guarded, and also there's lots of resources available. That needs just more workers in general. The one thing that could thwart my conquest attempts, and why is my scout trying to get himself killed? For God's sake, man. It's like he just escaped and he'd turn around and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk back into that tower, just to make sure. Just make sure it definitely fires at me when I come close. Alright, that probably will kill you, so I'll just let you do your thing. Now I take this moment to build a few more troops, because I can just foresee in my mind's eye a French attack from over there. Wow. Hey. Oh, it'll come back in 26 seconds. And from over there. Yeah, there's all these caravans I've got. That's the Persian power, and you'll notice that Inca is considered a capital as well. That's the parts of the Persian coming out. Still, that was quite an attack. I'm not quite sure how he managed it. So yeah, I know that's the case. It's a bit wasted, but what are you gonna do? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. University. Temple. Markets. Have you got all that? Oh, and the tower for good measure. fort over there might not be a bad idea. And a Fusiliers! Fusiliers! Look lively. Okay, that wasn't exactly a resounding success. Particularly still, since that cannon's still firing at me. Not enough sword cavalry. A few more citizens there. Oh, crikey! I think I might lose this city. Actually, it might not be the case. They are attacking me with units that are weak to musketeers, and I've got nothing but musketeers. What a relief. That's more like it. My citizens are out there rebuilding the city, even though the troops are cowering. The troops are cowering in the fortress. Build scholars to make knowledge. Yes, sir. You're the boss, apart from you're not. Okay, let's see. 3 merchants are in order. Interesting political boundary. I can just vaguely hear the music in the background, and I think it's telling me I lost a battle. It's playing sort of vaguely, you know, consolatory music. Okay, this could be my base of operations, because apparently I'm not going to get much further through, you know, natural expansion. And I am apparently fighting against Emperor Napoleon himself. Finding him to be a bit of a tricky devil. Is not the way most people describe tactical geniuses, genii. But again, I'm not most people, as many of my friends will attest. Another supply wagon, and you can build a mortar. He said it's tactics, patriotism, the refuge of the scoundrel, apparently. I don't know who said that, but it's very, very fitting. Oh, come on. I've got more than enough wealth. Come on, just you get in range. He seems to be playing the aggressive game, doesn't he? What kind of range have you got? And start shooting. Why am I so short of food? I'm asking that like I'm expecting an answer. Because you've not got a granary. Is the answer. You know what, if you're just going to stay there within my fortress range and let your troops get picked off by fusiliers while I slowly rebuild my troops, fine by me. Some of them have got to be fake. No, they all look very real to me. Where are they getting all these? How have they managed to reach their pop limit already? How are they doing so well? Apart from the fact they started with a huge advantage in men and machinery. And now they're finally firing on the forts. That's oh, they're in the industrial age. If you're not going to send troops over to defend your artillery, I'm just going to take pot shots at him. I like to think that there's some, some advantage to me not being being really quite inferior at this point. Hold on a second. Right, so I can't do anything until I get to the industrial age. In the meantime, I'll probably want a lot of fusiliers. I could probably throw them off course by attacking that city there. It'd be a bit of a gamble, and I probably should have done it earlier before my fortress was going to fall down. Well, yeah, hell, it's not like my siege equipment's doing anything useful. I'm going to go down there and go on a little hunting spree. And these lot can sit over here and deal with the consequences. finally! I thought that day had never happened. So I'm going to buy up a load of oil, and I'm going to upgrade my own troops. And I get the food. Well, they are running rings around me in terms of economy. But they haven't got any infantry, so good luck trying to take that city. I don't know who won that conflict. I was sneaking suspicion it wasn't me. Build an air base, but if not, just to show it off, if nothing else. Ooh. Right, I'm at a bit of a loss as to what I'm doing here. So that evidently leaves a few more workers around it. You need to develop into a proper city. I also need you lucky people to bribing what? Bribing an armored car? Oh yeah, research bombardment so you can actually sort of fire properly this time. And stop dying, for God's sake. No, B and Z. Jeez. Again, I'm tired of being on the defensive here, so I'm just going to forgo my responsibilities, really. Let's see if they can deal with being on the defensive as much as I can. I can't afford the 76 to build a general. Huh. I was going to fast turn into a massacre unless you go elsewhere. Come on, turn around. I don't have any troops to take it with. Ha! Hmm. Oh, they've finally taken it. It took a while. Okay. Wow, they're just not bothered. Okay, it's time to get a bit serious now. I've been a bit thrown off because they've not followed their regular course. They've actually thought outside the box. I mean, what's supposed to happen?